It is a fact that many men become depressed after the divorce. Some of them get over it after a few years, depending on how long they've been married. And you know, the fact is, some never get over it until they die. And there's a very good reason for this. It's because women are naturally very good at making you believe that you are the one, that you're special, that you're the one they've chosen from amongst all the others. And as I've said before in my videos, this goes to a man's head. It feeds the ego. It feels good to believe it. They want to believe it. And when the proverbial excrement hits the fan, when the relationship is over, when for one reason or another she no longer wants to be in that relationship, all of that charm and attention and devotion and acting ends abruptly. And for the man, this big house of pride and joy and admiration and you know, self-confidence that had been built on this foundation of well, for lack of a better term, the fake attention that he was getting from his wife, it all crumbles down. And it's very hard for men to accept that it was all a lie, that it was all acting, that it was all cotton candy, that it was all a house built near the waves on the sand of the ocean shore. And this is why they go into this depression that they cannot easily escape, that stays with them. It's a major hit, if you will, to the ego. That, and you know, men's egos are very important to them. Men's ego is a part of their confidence. It's part of their inner, if you will, glow. It's part of their inner strength, and it gets shattered from inside when the wife, the woman that supposedly was supposed to be there in sickness and health till death do us part, suddenly all ends. It's very hard for them to believe that, and they go into depression, they go into alcohol and drug use and years of solitude, and no amount of therapy or group thing can help. It can reduce, it can mitigate the pain and suffering. But the point of this video is that this is why it happens. So many men are on my thread that ask the question, you know, what to do now? What, you know, and I'm trying to explain to you, because the reason I explain to you is not because there is a magical solution. The reason I explain to you is that once you understand the source of a problem, then it makes sense. And in a lot of cases, I am happy to say it greatly mitigates the pain and suffering, because you understand, aha, this is why I'm feeling bad. This is why I'm feeling abandoned and unwanted and not good enough and all that. It's not because I am unwanted and not good enough. It's because the source of my phony pride and self-confidence and this cotton candy ego was coming from this woman giving attention to me, and the same person who giveth also took it away. And this is why I'm feeling all shattered. And I shouldn't, because I'm the same person that I was before she came into my life, and I'm the same person now. So try to have self-love and try to have solid foundation for feeling pride, feeling confident, feeling worthy. And how do you do that? By having real material things, items that make you proud. Your education, your physical shape, your ability to speak other languages, your ability to do something, I don't know, whatever it is, a certain amount of skill that you have, because no one can take those away from you. No one. If you learned, for example, how to speak another language, or if you learned, for example, how to do plumbing, or if you learned how to fix engines, whatever it is, or if you're an engineer or a doctor or a surgeon, or you have a legal degree, no one can wake up one morning and tell you, I'm not happy, and that will go away. No one can take that away from you until you die. And that, my friends, that is the source of pride, joy, confidence, inner feeling of pride that no one can take away from you. Now, in closing, I want to ask you this. Given the choice, do you want to build your house of pride, confidence, and joy and inner strength on a phony love, so-called love, and attention of another human being that can be taken away at any time, with the control of you being 0 and control of the other person being a 100? Or do you want that house of pride and joy and confidence and inner glow to be built on solid skills that you have acquired for yourself that no one can take away from you? I think the answer is pretty obvious. And anyone with an average intelligence, average, not even high, can tell this is solid, friendly, brotherly advice to men and women. But this is geared towards men. Of course, it's the same for women. I remember one time I was buying some expensive stereo equipment, and I foolishly asked the salesman, where I'm gonna place this is right next to the sun, next to the window, under constant sun. Should I do that? And he said, I wouldn't even let my cat sit in the sun all day long. So why would you want to place yourself into direct direction of danger when you have another choice? All the best. Signing out from southern France.